Testing, hang on, it says, and I quote, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey, thank you very much indeed, Rich Vibes. Welcome along to tonight's live stream. My name is Paul Webber. This is the Love Audio Production YouTube channel, and it's great to have you along today, tonight, this afternoon, wherever you're listening around the world. Do let us know what time of day it is and what the weather's like. It's absolutely hammering it down outside here in Lustley, in South Devon, just on the edge of Dartmoor National Park, let me tell you. All right, let's crack on. Now, as the thumbnail said, we will be road testing the NT1-A rather. That's the Rode NT1-A microphone tonight. So that's what this looks like and sounds like. Also, some behind-the-scenes kind of production work went on today, hence the live stream not starting properly on time earlier on. Basically, I had to. Well, I've done away with. Oh, and it's here. I'm going to clean it up, box it up, and probably sell it online. It's a Go XLR. So if you're interested, guys, Go XLR, secondhand, give you a good price. And it's got an XLR socket on the back. It's also got line in, mic, phones, line out. It's got USB, of course, which you can connect it to your computer. And it's got a gaming port there as well, which I think is like a visual port, whatever they call it. You know what I mean? One of those kind of things there. Power supply, of course. Oh, hello. People bidding for it already. No, I'm only joking. I should put that on silent, to be fair. Hang on, let me do that. But yeah, so the Go XLR used to be in the audio chain. Now, I had to work out a way of getting this lot, as in the stream stuff, up to the stream, like with you guys. So what I did, and I'll show you on the NDI camera. Hang on a second. Let me just get that into focus. Let's do the front camera as well. And I should be able to do that. And it goes blank. That's really useful. Okay, stay there 2 secs. Let me bring that in on item, let's have a look here, 60. So let's go add input, more, camera. Camera is Paul's S25, new phone. By the way, I qualified, as I upgraded the phone, and I qualified for a free Chromebook. Can you believe that? Got a free Chromebook just for signing up for a new phone contract. How good is that? So I'm still trying to get this NDI to come through. Hang on a sec. Why is that not streaming to you guys? Huh? No idea. Okay. Hang on a second. Let's press NDI. Do we get any picture up? No, we don't. Main camera. Okay. So I can't really show you what I'm trying to do. But anyway, the idea was that I had to basically create a new stream audio path from the mixer through to the live stream. So what I've done is I've put it through a bus mix 1 and 2. Now, if I fade that down, obviously you can tell is fading up and fading down. Everything on the desk is going through that mix bus 1 and 2. It's not going through the actual main left and right bus of the mixer. And the reason for that is that the vMix software wouldn't pick up the all of the channels from the mixer. So I had to route it through a mix bus and then go into the computer. It's a very long story, very long-winded, but you get the idea. And it works. So you guys can hear me and you can hear stuff that's going on the desk as well. I don't have any... I'll tell you what I can do. In fact, I'll bring up an instance of the software. They use the audio software. And we can test the microphone in situ, as it were, using the microphone that I'm using at the moment, which is the Rode NT1-A. Now, don't forget, previously, up till now, I've been using the Tascam TM80, right? So this is the one I've dialed in. Let me know what you think of the quality. I think it sounds really cool, really crisp and clean, which is good. And what I'll do is go to my desktop, which you should be able to see now, which you can. Yep, that's perfect. All right, so here we go. This is the instance of the software that I use, which is called Studio One Pro, and I subscribe to it, so you get various updates. It's 15 quid a month, and it comes with all the updates and all the bells and whistles and all that kind of stuff. Here's something I recorded a little earlier on. Let's make sure this is playing. Hang on. So you guys should have heard some keyboard stuff going on there, which is fine. So we're just going to click record here for a minute and then click that. So this is a test of the Rode NT1-A microphone coming into the software, and then we'll play it back as well. Okay, here we go. Stand by. So then we go there. Hopefully you guys can see this. Then we play it back. Click that. So this is a test of the Rode NT1-A microphone coming into the software, and then we'll play it back as well. Okay, here we go. Stand by. So the idea is that what I didn't want to do is have any difference between the microphone sound and then playing back through the software to you guys. So hopefully that sounds pretty similar. There aren't any effects linked into it currently. If I wanted to change anything, like bring some echo in and stuff like that, what I'd have to do is go to Effects Returns, Sends on Fader, and then bring one or two of these up until they start to make a difference. And currently they don't. At least I don't think they do, which is fine. So let's do that. What I need to do now is go to the microphone, click on Select. Let's have a look here. Hang on. Effects, Returns, Select, Sends on Fader. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's working out. There we are. Now then. So I should have some effects returns here now. So fingers crossed and the wind in the right direction. That should give you echo on the microphone. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. Let's have a look here. Effects returns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2, 2. Check, check. 1, 2. 1, 2. Nope, that's not coming through either. So it's something that I've got to figure out and find out how to get that echo and stuff up through the mixing desk so it comes to you guys, which is interesting. Sends on fader. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, when I drop that down there, that's coming to bus 1. It's got a little arrow next to it on the desk. You can't see that. I realise that because I can't get my screen to show you that. But yeah, all in all, pretty good, pretty satisfied with how that all works. And all the other things are coming into the software as well, which is good, or in through the hardware. And then it comes out to the stream. Have you adjusted the, what does it say? I missed that bit. Hang on a minute, Rich. It says, have you adjusted the gate by any chance? Sounds like I can hear the cutoff a little too well. Yeah, there is a gate on it. Let me just see if I can change that a second. Let's go to here. Solo, gate. So if I take the gate off completely, you should be able to hear a load of hum, and that's coming from the fan from the computer and also the fan underneath the mixing desk itself. So, and you hear the room noise as well. It all sounds clear though. Brilliant, thank you. So if I turn the gate up, like so, that should stop any background noise coming through when I stop talking. But you can hear the kind of noise of the fan, if you like, whilst I'm talking, because then the gate is open and it's letting all that noise through. So yeah, so that's how that works. Oh, do you like the suit, by the way? This is a part of a 3-piece suit. The jacket was a bit too hot in here, to be honest with you. So I took the jacket off. But yeah, it's a lovely 3-piece suit. Look, hang on. Let me show you the inside of the waistcoat. It's pretty cool. My boss and I went shopping, and yeah, look at that. So it kind of fits the pub bill. So you've got kind of bottles and stuff here, which is pretty cool. I think they're actually, yes, that's all correct, says Rich. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, so pretty nice, huh? It's one of those that hasn't got a pattern on the back, so it's just kind of a plain back, which is good. It's the fan. Yes, it is the fan. You're absolutely right. So yeah, you can hear the cutoff a little too well. You're right. So it's quite sensitive. However, what I could have done is put it across the vMix software, and that would have been a bit more harsh anyway. So not always brilliant. But I want you to hear my breath rather than if I turn it right up. You can't hear when I breathe in. You can't hear any at all. You can't hear anything at all. But that gate is really solid now. So there's absolutely no noise whatsoever. Looking dapper, young man. Ah. Thank you ever so much. Thank you. But yeah, the gate's on really, really harshly now. I'm going to drop that down a little bit because then you can still hear my breath and all that kind of stuff. So that's cool. And the good news about that is that I can adjust that on the fly. Yeah, I can adjust that on the fly using, because the fader's not up. If I put the fader up, oh, I'm hearing echo in my headphones. Can you hear that now? 1, 2, 3. Can you hear that reverb? Ladies and gentlemen, we're gathered here today in the sight of God and the congregation. Yes, you can hear that, right. So, in other words, whatever you do on the faders, let me just get some adjustment on here. 1, 2, 3. So I'm bringing those down, bring them up. If I wanted to have some 1, 2, you know, some kind of slap back delay. 2, 2, 2, 1. That's going ding, 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 like that. Hopefully a stereo delay. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's pretty harsh now, so I can drop that down. The good news is I can control that via the faders as long as I've got the microphone up. Bring the microphone down, and I'm moving the effects up and down, and it makes no difference to the stream because it's on a separate bus, separate mix bus, if that makes sense. So yeah, fader up, FX returns, bring those up, and then you then get the reverb as well, which is pretty cool. This is on the Behringer X32, by the way, which is the mixing desk I'm using. And will continue to use now that I've finally sorted out the routing issue, getting the mix to you guys. Now, what's bringing where's my desktop? There we go. So I was bringing up an instance of Studio One, only because I wanted to play that audio, which I've just done, of course, as you listen to that. So this is a test of the Rode NT1-A microphone coming into the software, and then we'll play it back as well. Okay, here we go. So that was what we recorded earlier on. What I wanted to do also was just play you a bit of the Presence synthesizer that comes with Studio One. Now you can't hear it, can you? Just turn the monitor off. There you go. Okay. And that's pretty loud coming into the mix. So what I'm going to do is go sends on fader and let's bring that up slightly. I don't want it too loud. Ah, no wonder. Okay, my fault. That's it. Okay, so now I can bring that down. It's not quite so harsh. You can still hear me talking over it, which is cool. Yeah, that's much better. Yeah, so when you're adjusting stuff in the actual mix, you need to click Sends on Fader on the mixing desk itself. And what was I talking about? Yeah, so you need to click Sends on Fader on the mixing desk itself, and then bring down the fader that you want to bring down in that particular mix. Because don't forget, everything I'm mixing on the mixing desk is coming through to this mix bus 1 and 2. So that's the live stream mix, if you will. And I need to save it as a parameter and then adjust it so that I'm not using that all the time when I'm mixing stuff without going live. Then I can still do that on a separate setting. So yeah, it's just little things I'm working out as I'm going along. It's not cast in stone yet by any stretch of the imagination. I wanted to bring up Mix Edit or Edit X32 Edits, which is the software. Let me just put the desktop back on again and I'll show you that. So this, once it launches, excuse me, there we go. So that's transferring parameters from the mixing desk to any software, as far as I know. He says, fingers crossed. Hopefully it won't change everything and take us off air, because that would be a disaster, wouldn't it? Let's face it. So let's just check. We are still going out on air. Yes, we are. Brilliant. Okay. So this is the X32 mixing desk in editing form. So it's kind of, like a snapshot of the desk itself. And I can scroll across here, right up to channel 32 there. Left and right is the main output there, of course. Now, if I drop that down, that also, as you can tell, that also cuts the audio to the stream, which obviously makes perfect sense. Mix buses. So these are the two that I'm using. That's the stuff that's coming to you, these left and right faders that you can see. And what you can also see is the effects rack that I brought up earlier for the microphones. Okay. What I could do is, let's have a look here. Hang on. Sends on fader. I'm probably not going to mess around with it too much on the software, because what I don't want to do is screw it up, to be perfectly honest with you. Because that will cause problems with the stream, and you shouldn't adjust things technically whilst you're live streaming. I've always been taught that. Who was it who told us that? I think it was Luria that told us that, from Live Streaming Pros. He said, do not mix with stuff, don't mess with stuff technically whilst you are live on air. And she's absolutely right, because that would not be good. Okay, so I hope that helps a little bit, kind of understanding where I'm coming from. It took me best part of 2 or 3 hours to work out how to get it from here to you guys, and to do away with the Go XLR, because the audio was coming from the Go XLR out the back of the mixer into the Go XLR, and then the Go XLR up to the stream. But now I've done away with that, and we're solely relying on the mixing desk itself, which is good. All right, now I did boil the kettle for a drink, and of course the kettle is all the way down the other end of the building, in the kitchen, and this whole room runs pretty much the length of the pub. So if I want to go make a drink, and don't get me wrong, it'll take me like 30 seconds, and I'll be right back. But yeah, because I'm starting to need a drink right now. So I'll go and get a drink. You guys watch a small advert, and it will revert back to, and in fact, what I'll do is, let's have a look here. Let's go Stream Beats. Stream Beats, there we go. So Stream Beats have upped their game, actually. I mentioned to you that I use Stream Beats for audio, for music audio, and it's in the description of this particular video, which is cool. Save profile. So I'm just talking to myself whilst I do this for you guys. Just playing a playlist here. We're going to go to dance. And the track you heard me playing earlier was this one. Pretty loud, I know, sorry. So then you've got like Synth of Persia, which I think you've heard before. VHS. That's new. See, that's a new one. This is called Dance Off. I'll leave that playing. I'm just going to make a quick drink. I'll be right back, I promise you. Normal service will resume. Okay, hang on. It's a long way down. All right. Yeah, that's nice. So, yeah, so they've upped their game. They've got some new tracks in there. Dance beats. Look for streambeats.net, and you can sign up there. It's £2 or £3 a month, and you can use all of these music background tracks in your live production, which is pretty cool, I think. What else do I need to tell you? Oh, yeah. Went to Gran Canaria as a solo traveller for about 8 days. I even hired a car whilst I was in the island, and that was kind of weird. Driving on the other side of the road. Not the road. But the road, yeah, the driving on the other side of the road was kind of, oh, wow, okay, yeah. So I've got to keep an eye on every single mirror to make sure I don't scrape the car on that side, because you're sat on this side of the car, but you're on that side of the road. Does that make sense? Americans, because you drive on that side of the road all the time, so it's second nature. I don't know what it's like for you guys when you come over here and have to drive on the left with a right-seated, is that right? Yeah, right-seated kind of driver's seat. It was just odd. Anyway, I went stargazing, and you'll see some of the videos. There's a playlist on my channel, and you'll see some of the videos that I took there. I've not uploaded all of them yet, but I will do. I'll get around to doing that, and then you can just watch them. They're not necessarily in any order. Also went to see Cascada live in concert at a pool party. I kid you not. And there were 10,000 people there. It was packed like sardines, half-naked sardines. But anyway, you get the idea. And so, not Cascada, it wasn't Cascada, it was Venga Boys, I beg your pardon, Venga Boys. Cascada was last year. So this year was Venga Boys at this pool party. So I must upload that video because that was interesting. And yeah, saw them and also saw a couple of other artists. Angie Brown, also Peyton making an appearance. Who else did I see? Kelly Lee, vocalist with numerous acts recently. Then, yeah, she was on stage as well, and tons of others. It was all part of Winter Pride 2025 in Maspalomas in Gran Canaria. So that was very, very interesting indeed. And also during the kind of 8 days or so, I managed to hire a car, as I say, and drove to a place called Vecindario, which is about, I suppose, 20 kilometers up the coast. And yeah, I did a bit of shopping there, had some lunch, and then drove to San Agustin, which I went to a couple of years back, or a year or so back, and went swimming in the Atlantic Ocean. And it was like bathwater. It was brilliant. Rich Vibe says, no freaking way, Venga Boys. Yeah, I know. They were only on stage, literally, they got the thing was between 12 noon and 6 p.m., right? Or 12 noon and 8 p.m. They came on stage, I kid you not, at 5:30. So we waited 5.5 hours for these guys to come on stage. I mean, don't get me wrong, there was a DJ in between and, you know, dancers and all that kind of stuff going on as well. But, yeah, had to wait 5.5 hours for the Venga Boys to turn up. And then they did about 20 minutes. Literally 4 songs, 5 songs if you're lucky, I think. And then so I thought, oh no, I'm leaving now. So because I'd had a couple of drinks, I did not take the car that time. I got a taxi. Got a taxi to town and then got home at 4 a.m. It's what you do. It's what you do when you're away, I guess. But yeah, it was good fun. It was Venga Boys, yeah. You know, obviously they were miming to, well, not miming, but certainly dancing and singing to a backing track. So that was okay. But yeah, good stage show. It was daylight, so there's no need for all the kind of fancy lights and stuff like that were happening on the main stage in the evenings. But yeah, it was good. It's a good laugh. What else can we tell you? Yeah, just, you know, obviously following the fire at the pub here, everything's moving on nicely. They built us a brand new temporary cellar to put all the beers and everything in. Also a temporary storage unit for the wines and the spirits and the soft drinks and all that kind of stuff and the dry goods. The architects have been in, had a look at the shell of the building that was on fire, which is literally just outside that door, that way. So it was pretty close. So they're looking at that to redesign it, make it you know, a nice new building inside once they've got everything out of it, of course, made it safe. And then they're looking at putting a different roof on it as well. I said, well, whilst you're out there, could you just build me a nice little patio, like a decking area with some like picket fences around the edge, so it's a bit more private. But I don't think they'll go for that. But we'll keep you posted, of course, as to the progress of the building work. They've currently got scaffolding all around the pub because they are replacing some of the thatch, because the roof of the building, literally just above us here, is a thatched roof. And so they're replacing some of that, or maybe all of it, I'm not entirely sure. But also the painters and decorators from the brewery are painting the outside, the windows and the main outside of the building. So it's all nice and spruced up, will be lovely. We're selling Christmas trees in our car park, on Saturday mornings between 9 and 12. We're also serving breakfast between 9 and 11 on a Saturday morning. So, you know, come down and get your Christmas tree, come in and have a full English breakfast, take your tree home and away you go, which is pretty good. Before release, yes. Yeah, before release. That's good. So what else is going on? So the summer before they landed in the UK, I was holidaying in Barcelona. They were just releasing their first track, Up and Down. I managed to get an advanced copy of their single and album. Oh, right, okay. Bit of a fan, are we, Mr. Vibes? That's interesting. But no, it's good fun to watch, and you know, to hear them replicate some of their biggest singles, which of course, you know, sold out around the world, that kind of thing. So yeah, it was good to see that. Lots of stage presence, lots of fun, laughter, games, all that kind of stuff. Really good. So yeah, all good fun. So yeah, Saturday mornings, selling Christmas trees from the car park. It was a huge fan of. Brilliant. And then, yeah, English breakfast, or yeah, whatever you want, really, to be fair. But yeah, breakfast served between 9 and 11 on a Saturday morning, which is good. So just got to make sure I don't have a late night on a Friday, because I'm up really early on a Saturday to host the breakfast. Yeah, but it does mean that if you're on early, you do get a free breakfast. So that's good. And it was good as well. I couldn't eat a whole, like, a full English, because like the larger one, you get 2 of everything. So 2 sausages, 2 bacon, 2 hash browns, 2 eggs, 2 this, that, and the other. I just went for the one because it was plenty for me, and I didn't need to eat then until like 5 a.m. or 5 p.m. rather. So that was good. What else has been going on? Let me think. Oh, my car's been, well, not written off as such, as in an accident written off. It's just didn't get through its MOT, so it was going to cost far more to get 2 brand new headlights, like £1,300 each, just for the shell. You know what I mean? Without the bulb and without fitting it and all that kind of stuff. So I've kind of decided to give it up and sell it for scrap, which is what's happening. My boss has very kindly said that I can borrow a van off of his fleet for the time being to get me about, so that's pretty good. Looking forward to that. I'm DJing on the 5th of December at a different venue. It's all pre-booked. It's been booked for like nearly 12 months or so. But yeah, Rich says huge breakfast would demolish. LOL. Yeah, probably. But yeah, I went for the lower option, not the large option. So yeah, DJing on the 5th, which is a Friday the 5th of December. That's this coming Friday, isn't it? Blimey, that's quick. So that's come around quick. And then I'm also DJing at the owner's other pub, the Clay Cutters Arms in Chudley Knighton, on New Year's Eve. So yeah, looking forward to that. Yeah, very much. I've got a new mug. Did I show you that last time? Obviously from the merch store. And I should have a button for the merch store, but I don't. Or do I? Hang on. I've got one of those. Subscribe. Let me just find the merch store slide. There we go. Okay. So this is the merch store. It's supposed to show a picture of the merch in that thing there, but I need to take a new screenshot and slide it into that particular thing. But it's loveaudiosmerchstore.com. I renewed the URL. Because it's like a yearly renewal thing. So that's up and running still, where you can get T-shirts and mugs, all that kind of thing. Okay, so if you haven't got one yet, make sure you grab one. Make a great gift. Just saying. And of course, the website you know about, which is that, loveaudio.co.uk. Even though the mixing desk shown in the picture is the old PreSonus Studio Live 32SC, whatever it's called. So I need to take a new, nice snapshot of the Behringer one and then upload that. But you get the idea. Cool. Video-wise, I have dropped the frame rate, not the frame rate, but the, what do you call it? instead of 1080p, it's 720. We've gone down to 720 60. So 720p 60. So it's 12 something by 720. I don't know what it is. Instead of 1080p. Okay, so we're down to 720p because I was finding it was buffering. It's kind of shaky, cam, and all that kind of stuff. It was not good. So I decided to drop the quality of the output, and hopefully it still looks and sounds okay, and we're still synced in and stuff. And yeah, the sound's not coming out 2 hours later after the video. I exaggerate, but you know what I mean. So actually, you know, we're looking at the Rode NT1-A. Has been, I said given, Brad, who lent me the microphone to test, managed to twist my arm. So I bought the whole thing. So I bought the microphone, bought this huge, great stand that it goes on, and the wind gauze as well, which is brilliant. It's what I needed, to be fair, and it sounds great, for 50 quid. And I was happy to part with that for such a decent microphone. I don't know what they retail for, but, you know, certainly it was worth doing. So thanks, Brad. Thanks for that. And it does sound good. And I'm quite pleased with it. So I think the other microphone, which I've got back there, is now the Tascam TM80. So it's there as a spare if I need it. Not wired it up yet, but I can do. So that's always there as a backup. And yeah, I think that's about it, to be honest with you. Thanks so much for joining, and hope you've enjoyed this little demo of the Rode NT1-A microphone. And hope everything came through nice and clearly for you at your end. Whatever you're doing, live streaming wise, do let us know. If you would like to join an organization that looks after people that look after live streaming or just getting started, head over to Facebook and request to join Live Streaming Family. Rich, I'm sure that you can type the link into the chat, and then people can have a look at it as and when they want to. So yeah, if you're watching this and you do a bit of live streaming, or you'd like to do a bit of live streaming, and you kind of want that camaraderie of, you know, friends that can help you or guide you, give you information, give you help along the way, then go to Live Streaming Family. It's a group that you'll find on Facebook. Okay, fam-a-lee. Okay, named after our good friend Robert Lee. So yeah, Live Streaming Family. Rich, if you're still about, please drop that in the text, in the comments. If you're able to drop a link in there, that'll be superb. In the meantime, I will say cheerio, finish my tea, go and watch a bit of rubbish television, and catch you maybe Wednesday. No, I think I'm working Wednesday, so maybe tomorrow night I might do another stream, depending on what's going on. There we go. So Rich has dropped the link in there for you. It's facebook.com, and there's lots of different text there, but we'll bring that back up for you. You'll see that in the group chat anyway, in the live chat, and then just copy and paste that, stick it into your browser, send us a request to join that group, and then we'll go from there. All right. Until then, have a great week, and I'll see you soon.